So which areas in the greater Denver area will make you rich? We all know that real estate is a long-term game, right? But we don't have to wait 20 years in order to see that solid appreciation and solid return on investment. And over the past 5 years, Denver has seen some solid appreciation from June 2018 when the median home price was about $445,000. And now looking at December 2023 stats, the median home price in the Denver area is approximately $550,000, and that's over 5 years. But we're not here to only talk about numbers, we're here to capitalize on how to get that appreciation as soon as possible. And before we get into it, there are several factors here at play to make you richer. And the biggest factor here is, of course, that appreciation gain, which means more equity in your home by the time you potentially sell it. And with this appreciation, the more attractive homes and attractive neighborhoods will get you that appreciation quicker. If you have cool restaurants, cafes, breweries, or even public transportation in a walkable distance, I think you're set for a while. Your lifestyle is a big factor as well in making you richer based on these neighborhoods. If you're now biking to work instead of driving to work 15 minutes and you're potentially closer to work, then that's gonna save you car mileage, wear and tear on your car, and you don't have to pay for a gym membership either with that biking. And lastly, another huge factor is, of course, house hacking. If you're able to mitigate thousands of dollars per month just from renting out a basement or maybe even several rooms in your home, then that's gonna save you money and make you richer over time. I mean, your biggest expense is usually housing, and that's about 30% to 40% of people's expenses every month. So why not mitigate that as much as possible instead of not paying for coffee at Starbucks? And with all that being said, let's talk about the areas that will make you rich. Number one on the list, and I would say it's one of the most sought after neighborhoods in the greater Denver area, it's gotta be Golden, Colorado. And to start things off, it's not easy to get a home here. The median home price is approximately $800,000. And to compare where the home values have been, back in 2019, the median home price in Golden was about $600,000. The community of Golden is very tight-knit, and they pride themselves in having all these outdoor amenities that people from all over the state come to venture to Golden for these specific amenities. So even though there's a really high barrier to entry with buying a home in the Golden area, it is so worth your while if you're looking to just have a buy and hold investment and just having it sit in the real estate market versus letting it sit in the stock market. And if you do buy an investment property over in the Golden area, I don't think you're gonna have a problem with finding renters. And the type of renters that live over there are not just students or people that are looking to move to their next home. It's actually people looking to stay for a while and consider it their home for, I guess, the near future. And because you have Golden in the city name, a lot of people will pay that premium just for that lifestyle. Granted, if you were to buy a property in Golden for $800,000 at a 6.5% interest rate with all the taxes and insurance included, you're looking at about $5,800 per month for that home. And I'll be honest, it'll be kind of tough to find a renter that's willing to pay $5,800 per month for your investment property. But if you're sitting on some cash, or if you want to pull some money out of the stock market and want to have it in a different asset class like real estate, where it's a little bit more reliable and you can have control over the asset class, I think Golden is the best place for you. But if you're sitting on some cash and you want to pull your money out of the stock market and put it into the real estate market, capitalize on the tax advantages, the depreciation, and all of that good stuff, I think Golden is the place to go. And speaking of places to go, make sure you scroll down and hit the like and subscribe button. It definitely helps with the algorithm. It helps me and my channel. And if you want to keep up to date with Denver real estate and investing in general, make sure you hit it so you don't miss another video. Now, second on the list, and it's one of my favorite parts of the greater Denver area, is Wash Park. I often drive past Wash Park, and what really intrigued me were the local shops that have been there for almost a century, since 1930s or 1920s, like the Bonnie Bray Ice Cream and Bonnie Bray Tavern, with good pizza, good beers, and great nightlife, honestly. But that's not even the best part. A lot of people are very attracted to Wash Park thanks to the tree-lined streets, and the empty nesters love it because it's so quiet, it's walkable, and you can get that exercise with a vibrant scene. And then a lot of young families enjoy it as well because they can enjoy their time with friends and family playing volleyball in Wash Park and just have their kids play in the playground. Another thing too about Wash Park is Wash Park's bikeability. There are so many bike routes around that are protected from, let's say, even parked cars. So you can get around and even get to downtown Denver thanks to Cherry Creek Trail. Looking at the previous 6 months from about August all the way until December of 2023, the median home price in Wash Park is $1.6 million. And I know it is not for the faint of heart, and it's probably not your first home that you're gonna be purchasing, but I don't see that number going anywhere but up. Like I mentioned earlier, if it is desirable by both homeowners and renters alike, I don't think you're gonna have a problem with the demand so high and everything being in short supply, at least in this near future market. The thing is, if you hold on to your real estate property for long enough, let's say 5+ years, I have very little doubt that you'll have trouble gaining that appreciation and working out the numbers to work to your advantage. Of course, I don't have a crystal ball and I don't know when a market crash is gonna happen, and crash is such a subjective word. There could just be a correction, but nonetheless, if you were to buy in a great location, I mean, the 3 rules of real estate is location, location, location. You're not gonna have any problem with that valuation of your home, especially if you're house hacking as well. And when you're house hacking at the same time, you're able to capitalize on how much you're actually paying out of pocket, and you're mitigating your mortgage as much as possible, even during a downturn market. And now going back to Wash Park in general, there's some really good school districts like Steele Elementary and South High School. And of course, this wouldn't be my channel if I didn't give you a coffee or restaurant recommendation over in the Wash Park area. So make sure you go check out Wash Perk. It's just to the west of Wash Park, and the line forms very quickly, especially on Saturdays and Sundays, so make sure you get there early. And just to the north of Wash Park is Restaurant Olivia. You gotta go check it out. It's like a warm, relaxed French cuisine atmosphere. Great looking place. It's a little bit more on the pricey side, but make sure you get reservations. I'd say it's great for a date night. And last on the list that I have for the best places to invest in to make you richer is over in the North Aurora area. North Aurora is a little bit different than what I've been talking about earlier with Wash Park and Golden. And that's mainly because this is still an up and coming area with Stanley Marketplace not too far away and Anschutz Medical Campus recently developed, and you're attracting a lot of flippers and investors coming to that area. There are 2 reasons why I think that this area will make you rich, especially over the course of 10 years over time. It's so much development is happening here, especially with Anschutz Medical Campus, Stanley Marketplace, and improvements on the 70, and you're only 15 minutes away from downtown Denver. And the second reason is that a lot of these layouts for the homes in the North Aurora area are perfect for house hacking, where you can live on the main floor with, let's say, you, your partner, and maybe your dog, and you can have a renter stay in the basement and have no interaction with you thanks to the layout of the home. And like I mentioned earlier, a lot of investors are coming in here and flipping properties or adding extensions or attachments to the home or converting garages into ADUs so that more people can come in, and they're trying to capitalize on that new development and the up and coming nature of this neighborhood. And I would say take full advantage of it. With a brand new property like that, it's still not gonna be breaking the bank like in Wash Park or Golden, but now you get to have a fully rehabbed place, and you can have a basement renter with a short-term rental or mid-term rental, attracting those traveling nurses to stay for 3 months or 6 months at a time. So with house hacking, that will make you richer because it keeps more money in your pocket. Instead of paying the full, let's say $4,000 a month, you can now rent out the basement for another $1,500, and you're only paying $2,500 out of pocket based on that per month. So combining that potential appreciation over the course of 5 or 10 years, and then also house hacking at the same time, it will just supercharge your finances and get you ready to buy your next investment property. And because you're so close to Anschutz Medical Campus, you could attract a lot more nurses, and with a better tenant base, you can almost guarantee that it's not going to be huge wear and tear on your home. So there you have it, the best places in my opinion to invest in or buy a house in order to make you richer. Of course, the entirety of Denver is attractive because it's been growing at approximately a 3% rate for the past 30 years. So I would say it's pretty attractive. And so with the 3% happening in the entirety of Denver, these 3 places, and I'm sure there's a little bit more that you can think of, will supercharge that and possibly get you a better return on investment over the course of 5 or 10 years. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in buying in one of these locations or somewhere else, or if you're interested in house hacking, please hit me up. My description or all my contact information is in the description below. I would love to help you out, and it's something that I help out with a lot of my clients, and I invest in Denver myself, so I would be happy to help. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.